Who shoots better, men or women? As a woman shooting, I constantly hear that the ladies are the better shooters. Like from everybody, instructors, fellow shooters, even Google tells me so. But this kind of doesn't match up with my personal experience and what I have seen when I go to the range. Like, I have been shooting with friends, male and female, and I doubt it that this is true. So I really wanted to know, and I was trying to find studies investigating on this topic, like who shoots better, men or women, whatever shooting better means. I guess more accurate, like hitting the target more precisely. And I found studies, several studies, and I will link them all below so that you can take a look at them yourself and see what the setting of the study was. Ladies, I hate to break it to you, it's the men who shoot better.
What?
When it comes to shooting handguns, when we look at rifle shooting, it seems to be that there are no gender differences. I was looking at this study here. Pistol and rifle performance, gender and relative age effect analysis. They were comparing, I think it was World Shooting Championship results. It was in South Korea around 2020. They were comparing results of genders and categories. And their main finding was that the men shoot actually better when it comes to pistol shooting. And data was inconclusive when it came to rifle shooting. So in this study, they actually were looking at competition results. It was air pistol and air rifle shooting. So we are talking here about air rifle and pistol shooting and not like the 9mm police kind of shooting, but I found also studies looking at that. So the results of this study indicated that the men scored higher than women in pistol events and that no performance differences were found in rifle events when the whole group was compared. Pistol, the men were better, and rifle shooting, data is inconclusive. So the researchers of this study, they weren't looking at the reasons why this was, but they supposed that the performance differences between men and women in pistol shooting might be due to the strength differences between genders in finger flexors and shoulder abductor muscle essential to stabilize the pistol. There were other studies supporting this. So there is another study with the title The Relationship Between Pistol Olympic Shooting Performance, Hand Grip and Shoulder Abduction Strength, which kind of came to the same conclusion that it's a muscular thing for the women, like the women are generally not as strong as men. This might be the reason why women aren't as accurate when it comes to shooting handguns. But here, like all these studies, they are looking at Olympic type of air rifle, air pistol shooting. So what about like military rifle shooting and like 9mm pistol shooting, like police kind of shooting? There is a very interesting study from 1997 where we're actually looking at military rifle shooting, and they also could not find any difference between the performance of men and women. However, what they found is that like reduced stock lengths and lighter weight weapons made everybody more accurate. Supporting the results that were found in these air rifle and air pistol studies was another study with the title The Influence of Grip Strength on Handgun Marksmanship in Basic Law Enforcement Training. So they were looking at 9mm police shooting, and they actually found the same results like the other studies, that the men performed better than the women. And the reason why was due to the less strength women have in hands and arms. There are actually differences between men and women when it comes to grip strength. Like the average grip strength of a woman is around 30 kilos, while the average grip strength of a man is around 50 kilos. Also, hand sizes vary a lot. An average male hand is 19.4 centimeters long and 8.9 centimeters wide, with a circumference of 21.8 centimeters, while the average female hand is 17.1 centimeter long, 7.8 centimeter wide, and has a circumference of about 17.8 centimeters. So that's quite a difference. And also what women got is like we have smaller palms, we have less meat on our hands, and when it comes to shooting handguns, it's actually really important to have contact with the whole pistol grip in order to control also recoil better. It's actually really important to pull the trigger properly, and you can only pull the trigger properly when you reach it properly. And if the pistol grip is too thick for your hand or too big for your hand, then you cannot reach the trigger properly. So you really need the right gear to perform better. You just cannot shoot whatever. You need a weapon that is adapted to your physique. I really think that these weapon manufacturers developing and designing guns, especially for women, respecting the physical differences that women have compared to men, are really onto something. I shoot personally a Walther PDP F series. I absolutely love it. I think it's a great weapon. I shot the full-size Walther PDP and I was really unhappy because I couldn't reach the trigger. I couldn't eject the magazine properly. I kind of had to twist my hand weirdly around the gun to get to the trigger. I couldn't really pull it. I had issues wrecking the slide. And with the PDP-F series, I don't have any of these issues anymore. Like, it's really perfect. I could test the rose from SAUER. I don't shoot personally a rose, but I might buy one because I really, really liked it. It's a really nice, lovely handgun. Like, the buttons are placed in a way that my hand can easily reach and manipulate the weapon. The recoil is reduced. I can really feel that. It makes me faster. It makes me more accurate. This is my PDP-F series. I put a flashlight on it and you see, like, the grip is angled differently. They reduced grip circumference so that it's easier to manipulate and hold it. It's still a little bit too big for my hands, but it's actually a really, really nice weapon. I like it very much. Especially the trigger is absolutely amazing. I couldn't find any studies regarding clay target shooting. I personally shoot clay targets, and I can tell you from experience, when I started, I used some fellow shooters' sporting gun. Then I got my own sporting gun, which is a Rizzini Venus. Absolutely stunning, beautiful, really great fit. It was the game changer. Before, I was aiming at the targets and it was like random if I would hit them or not. I couldn't really improve. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I didn't know what I was doing right when I hit one of the clay targets. As soon as I got my Rizzini Venus, it was like world's difference. I knew what I was doing wrong. I knew why I hit the target. I could say I had a really good shot. Especially also when it came to the weight of the weapon, the center of gravity of the sporting gun is like closer to my body. So when I hold it, I do not require as much strength as I was when I was shooting like the gentleman's guns. I was able to stabilize the sporting gun more and it was easier to follow the clay target. I could manage recoil better. It really matters what kind of weapon you have in your hand. It's really good that weapon manufacturers started to make these guns that are adapted to maybe weaker and smaller hands. Because just imagine, like, you have teenagers who want to get into shooting, so maybe they'll struggle with a full-size pistol. You have elderly people or people with disabilities or people with arthritis or so in their hands. And so all these guns, they will help and make shooting more of an inclusive sport. I think that's great. I'm going to link all the studies I found down below so that you can have a look at them yourself and let me know what you think. Or maybe you have other studies, so please link them in the comment section so that I can look at them. I'm really interested to learn more about this topic. However, all the instructors claiming that women are the better shooters than men, I think you are now wrong on that, actually. There are also studies showing that women listen better and they follow the instructions better and they're more coachable and more teachable, and I guess this is why you think that women are the better shooters. And probably if you would do a study like, like not police, military and Olympic shooters, like just, like your hobby shooter, I think that maybe the women there might be actually better than the men.